Welcome back, guys, to CodeLikeIce. In our last video, we learned how to implement custom filtering with data tables. Aside having the search parameters here to actually search, we learned how to use the drop down filtering on change. So drop down filtering on change. So there you go, the data changes. Data changes. So we learned how to do a range search with JavaScript and HTML, and we pass our form values to the data table class or data table service to the back end. Now when the data goes to, let me open my IDE. Now when the data gets to the data table class, we learned how to retrieve the input variables or values, and we assign them to a variable. Then if they are not empty, we learned how to pass them through Carbon to do the range search, and also implement a third level of filtering here. So that's what we did in our last video. So today we are going to learn how to submit a form or use Ajax to handle form submission in Laravel. So we'll create a form. We'll create a link here that we will use a new link. So let's start. Okay, so this form lead. Okay, go to app. So we have right here. Let's create another one. Let me just close this now. Create another one for our form submission. So let's give it a name. Say Ajax request. Okay, so let's go to our web.php and create our route. Okay, so Ajax save, maintain. Let me come here right now. Ajax save. So the route can be post or get. Okay, so open our CRUD controller. So let's create a function. Public request. Okay, so web.php Ajax save. Let's just create. Let me just do it that way. Okay, so we have our route ready. So let's come to, we're going to try and submit this particular form, right? Submit this particular form with the Ajax. Okay, so so we need to give the form an ID. The form an ID. Let's say home form. Sorry, home form. Let me close some of them. Okay, home form, right? So we'll do it this way. Form on submit function. So what you are doing is to stop the forms from submitting the moment the submit button is clicked. Prevent default. There are several ways of doing this, but this is very convenient for me. So so let's get our form data. Constant values. Getting the submit this form. then we say console log values dot serialize right? Okay, let's check, inspect. Okay, as we can see, we're able to get the form input here. So we can see the token, the username, the first name, last name, but they are empty. We get it. So what we are going to do next is let's fill a form and submit the form again and see. So we have CodeLikeIce. Code@mail.com. Okay, so let's submit the form. Okay, so we are getting the data. You see the name is CodeLikeIce, first name, last name. Yes, we are getting the data now. It's up to us to pass this data to the backend. So this is how we do it. Okay, so we are gonna use Ajax. Remember our route is Ajax save, right? Ajax save. So let me just pick my route, and the method is post. So let me just pick my route, then boom, yeah. So $get it's supposed to be a post. Okay, so let me just do this. Say routes. Just save. Share the code is clean. You have comment this one. Now see $post. You have your route here. Then you have your data. You have your function. See response. Oh yeah, response. Let's see. Console.log response. Okay, so let's run the test. Data is not defined. Okay, oh sorry, it should be values. Let's refresh, submit. 419. Oh no, so 419 is page expired. That's I think this error means we are not submitting the CSRF token. Okay, so let's find a way around it. Let's see. Let's refresh. Okay, so but this is the token, but somehow it's not being submitted. Okay, so let's do our debug. Why we are having this error? It's because we are using a post request in Laravel. By in Laravel, anytime you're submitting a form, that's as with submitting a form with a post request with the method of post, you need to submit your CSRF token. Otherwise, it will tell you the page has expired. It's a security feature that Laravel has implemented to prevent attackers or people who use bots to actually attack sites. Yeah. Yeah, we might need to include an Ajax setup to include a CSRF token. When you go to Laravel documentation, yeah, so you have it here, CSRF token. Okay, so you can read more about it. So just grab the code here, and set it at the top of our code. say ajax setup. Now let's run a test. Let me close this tab, open it again, let's refresh, run a test and see. Okay, so we are getting a DD. So let's go to network, just do one more test, refresh, come to network. Here we are getting empty. Okay, then let's do this. Hello, let's submit. Okay, we're still getting it now. Okay, that's fine, but for now we've been able to bypass the 419 section expired. Okay, let's refresh again. Okay, it's working well. Okay, so if that's the case, I'm not sure we need we might not need this CSRL. Let's refresh and submit again and make sure. Without it, okay, let me go back to the controller. Okay, submit. Okay, so we have username, right? So let's see. Request input username. Just return response to JSON. Okay, I'm getting empty. Okay, that means our let me see, hello. Okay, so that means our data here is not being submitted to the backend. Okay, now there seems to be a bit of a problem. We are not serializing our data here. So I need to, let's do this with .serialize. Okay, let me make values .serialize. Let me just, okay, yeah, that's fine. That was the issue. Now let's refresh. Let's type username CodeLikeIce. Okay, so we've been able to submit a username or a record to the backend. Now let's go back to the form controller, or not form controller, it's CRUD controller. You can use any controller you want now, or let's request all. Let's request all. Let's do CodeLikeIce medium, last name anything ice, something at mail.com. Then you can have a mobile number to so you're requesting all. So there you go, have your data in the console. Yeah, email address, first name, last name, username. Yeah, so here we'll also try and see if we can include a validation, a Laravel validation for Ajax request. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, but let's give it a try and see. Okay, so we have these fields, right? Okay, so let's say validator facade validator make, let's put in our request all. You can have your validation parameters, say username, you can say required. Okay, let's get up. So username f_name l_name f_name required, underscore name. Yeah, so now having done this, if your validator fails, okay, let's keep the code clean. So return response, to JSON. Let's say 401. Upload 401 MSG. Validator errors. Okay, let's do something. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's make sure one of the validators fail. The validation fails, sorry. Okay, says code. So we have the error message. The number field is required. Okay, let's start everything fresh. So inspect, check our console for submit an empty form. So we have code 401. These are your error messages. It says the number field is required, the first name, the L name is required, the email address field is required, mobile number is required. So we're able to do a validation here. Yeah, so basically this is how you submit the form with Ajax. Yeah, Ajax with the and Laravel with your route and everything set up. So from here, if you are saving to a model, just call your user model, or let me say you can create a variable, say user, then say okay, request all, user request all, then you call your user model, query create user. Yeah, so if you are using if you are inserting into the database using the model through a mass assignment, you have to make sure that these fields, your username, first name, last name, email address, mobile number, matches the fillable property here. You get it? So you don't need to manually call the model and call each column statically. No, just use the mass assignment method, but make sure that the form input matches the fillable. So by that, the moment you submit the form, it will automatically match the columns because the fields in the columns match to insert into the database for you. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. Our earlier tutorials, Laravel form submission tricks part 1 and part 2, I think so, handles all these aspects. So we will end it here, and we'll now look at so our next video we're going to learn how to display Ajax errors on the browser for the user to like validation errors to display to the user, so that the user will know what to do from there. Yeah, so thank you very much for your time and for watching. Goodbye.